Hello, I hope this video finds you all well. Thank you all so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to be tracking my weekly expenses. If that's something you want to see how we manage, then stick around. If you're new here, hi there, my name is JoJo. On this channel, I share with you our family's journey to financial freedom. I share our debt freedom journey. We also are focusing on investing. We're hoping to start focusing on paying down our mortgage soon. If those are things that you would be interested in following along with, then please consider subscribing. Today's video shows you how we track our expenses. I'm just gonna hop right in. This is our transaction log. I may be changing some things up, so bear with me in today's video. It's a new process I'm using. I had a message from Wonder Writer 1. I hope I said your YouTube name correctly, but I just wanted to tell you thank you for referencing me to the Every Dollar app and tracking the expenses there. They had brought up that you can split the expenses because if I go to Walmart and I buy household, grocery, personal items, all of those I try to split up. I don't do it down to the penny, I just kind of round, but I just did it this morning, tracking my variable expenses at least, and it was really easy, you guys. So I'm going to kind of play around with it a little bit, and how we use it may be different than how the app was originally intended, but for expense tracking, it's pretty awesome. And I have the app on my phone as well as on my computer. You can access it online. It's really cool. So if I end up doing that, I have an old computer. I'll try to figure out how to film my expenses, tracking it on the Every Dollar app if we go that route, but I'm still going to use my paper budget system for the calendar view, the paycheck budget forecast, weekly check-in, sinking funds, velocity baking, everything pretty much except for my transaction log. This has just simplified it a lot. And that was one thing I think that I found the most difficult with starting my budget was how to track expenses. I'm open to learning new things. That's what I love about this community, and that's what I love about having this YouTube channel is you guys are just so willing to share. It's like an open forum, everyone supports everyone and encourages and gives new ideas and suggestions, which is awesome. So thank you, Wonder Writer 1. I am using that for variable expenses. I think that's what I'll do then is just write down my variable expenses first. So I plugged in everything from last week. If you followed last week's budget videos, we had a rough week in spending. A lot of it was Walmart kind of releasing a lot of old grocery purchases from online. We do an online pickup, so we almost had like 2 weeks worth of Walmart grocery pickup orders. And then I did also do some donations. So I'm not really upset about our spending that we did, but it is going to have us be over budget. We did make some extra money from our paychecks. We made more money than we thought. I don't know if it's going to be enough to cover all of our expenses though, to have us at least come out even. That is something we're going to be figuring out throughout this week with the budget. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to start there's not really a date because I just plugged all of my expenses into the Every Dollar only for variable expenses. So I'm just going to write down what my variable expenses are. And actually the categories, it's all going to be the same category. So I'm just going to write it over here. So we have grocery. Next, I'm going to try to get it to match my weekly check-in sheet. Then we have our family fun, household, and pets, gas, my husband, me, and miscellaneous. Okay. And I wanted to kind of work through this with you guys because this is really how budgeting works. This is what it looks like behind the scenes before it's all beautified and edited to where you guys see it. Because I feel like that sometimes like you get the Instagram version of a budget and miss all the behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna have to kind of work backwards because the numbers were already plugged in from last week too. So right now it's gonna show me what I have remaining. For groceries, we are negative 83.67. I only went to Walmart this week because I knew we were tight. I didn't even bother stopping at Costco, but my daughter had a sleepover. I like to have fresh fruits and veggies in our house all the time. I'm trying to eat healthier, so I got some, I love creamer in my coffee, you guys. Like, here is my coffee. It is a little bit of coffee with a lot of creamer. So I bought some stevia and some half and half to try to at least decrease the calories from that, because I drink a lot of coffee too. And then I got, yeah, I think those were the main things, was like snacks, fruits and veggies, and some like healthier foods for me to have some healthier options. So we're negative there. Next is fun. We didn't spend a whole lot here. We went to a birthday party, and so we had most everything was paid there, like it was a fun center, but my kids wanted a slushie on the way out, and I did too. I'm a sucker for slushies, and so that was $6 that we spent. But we are positive for fun, which is good. Next is household and pets. We were over here. We had to buy our old man dog, Bubba, his hip medicine. And so that put us over. We're $7.85. Gas, we were also over by $23.79. I had stopped at Costco, but I just put $10 in my car. My husband he's back to driving the 4Runner, the gas guzzler car, because if we are still waiting to register the more gas efficient car. But so he's back to driving the 4Runner, unfortunately, but I can't wait until he can start driving the car again, because that saved us so much money on gas. It was unreal. My husband, he is still over by $38.16, and this money will go into his sinking fund, his dad bod sinking fund. I still had $26.25 remaining. And then miscellaneous, this is where we were really over. We were over by $104.95, and this is where I had done those donations, pulled the donation money from. So you know what I think I'm gonna do, you guys, because I'm kind of transitioning, I'm just gonna leave it at that, because this will give me my totals, our weekly check-in. I'm just gonna leave this remaining as that. I'm not gonna go and calculate everything. So now we're just gonna move on to the other expenses. I think it might be a little dark for you guys too. Let me adjust my lighting. Okay, that should be better. All right, so if you are new here too, we are cashless budgeters. We try to use our cashback rewards cards as much as possible. Like my Costco card, I have like $160 cash reward to be able to use that as like a stock up. Our travel card, we have now almost like $1,600 on that. I was shocked when I saw it, but I'm saving that for a vacation we're planning to Disney World, hopefully in January of 2023. And then my husband, he just got a Quicksilver Capital One card, and it had like if you spend $500 within the first 3 months, you get $250 back as cash rewards, which we can use that for groceries, gas, his personal spending, and be able to pay that off just fine. But I track everything here because we pay them off every month in full. I haven't paid interest on a credit card since college, and that was my Victoria's Secret card, which I don't have anymore. And because, yeah, I don't really shop much at Victoria's Secret anymore, to be honest. And then we also have a Kohl's card, which I get like the Kohl's cash and stuff like that. Just as a FYI, if you are also a cashless budgeter, I feel like having an expense tracking system in place is even more important. All right, now I'm going to put in, our puppy had gone to the vet. I have the receipts here from the vet. I'm just going to add those together. This was for his neuter, which he just had last Thursday, and he has healed up so well. With our other dog, he had some complications, but he was a bit older when we took him to get neutered. So with our puppy, we wanted to make sure that we got that done while he was still little. So this actually came out on the 17th, and I'm just going to put the vet for vaccines and neuter. It came to $557.56. That is going to come from our pet sinking fund. And I will be closing out my sinking funds this week too. Want to stay tuned for that. But I added some extra money from January's paychecks to make sure that I had enough to pay for all of that. Next was our cell phone bill. And that came out on the 21st. Oh wow, so we went quite a few days without spending anything. Let's see, so $221 is the cell. That was $197.42. That's a bill. And again, I think I'm going to just add all of these into the app, and I'm gonna look and see if I can even put all of my sinking funds, because I track my sinking fund. This is my sinking fund transaction log too, but I think I might be able to track all that on the app as well. And I do want to make sure to share that with you guys. So I hopefully I'll have that all set up by next week, and I can share with you guys how I'm now tracking my expenses through the app. And this was just my husband's annual PlayStation subscription. That's just going to come out of our electronics sinking fund. We have a PlayStation. We do not have an Xbox. If you've been following Xbox, we had tried charging us. We had to jump through a lot of hoops to cancel those charges. But yeah, we didn't want to be charged for a console that we don't even have. Next is my certifications, and I'm on like a 3-year certification for CEUs for one of my licenses, and that is a bill. Then my husband has a subscription for games on the PlayStation, which I'm actually going to ask him if he even uses this, because really he only plays one game on his PlayStation. It's basketball, and I don't think he's even using this. Okay, my daughter, I had bought her some clothes, just a couple outfits. We were looking online. She's turning 9. She's, really kind of developing her own fashion style, more interested in her clothes. So we were looking for a couple of things. We found this website Shein. I've never bought anything from there. It makes me kind of nervous, but they really were not expensive. We got 2 outfits for $28.89. They're probably not the best quality, kind of like a fast fashion, but we will see. But if they're not that great, I won't feel too bad because it wasn't a whole lot of money that we had spent. Next is our waste management came out. And this is quarterly. It is built into a sinking fund as well. Okay. We did not have any extra income. I'm actually going to be going today to meet someone to sell something from Facebook Marketplace, so that you guys will see some extra income from that. But all I need to do is just track the expenses for my cell phone bill now, and I budget $200 is what I put on my paycheck budget sheet as the expected amount. Came in at $197.42. So we were under budget here by $2.58. Okay, so that is our expenses tracked for the week. Stay tuned for the next video when I do my weekly check-in and we plug all this information to our paycheck budget sheet. And we are actually going to be closing out that paycheck. It's paycheck number 1. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.